And I'd give up forever to touch you, 'cause I know that you feel me somehow. You're the closest to heaven that I'll ever be, and I don't wanna go home right now. And all I can taste is this moment, and all I can breathe is your light. 'Cause sooner or later it's over. I just don't want you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, this is the terrarium that I have designed for Picasso, my wife's veiled chameleon. And it's set off with two heat lamps, heat lamp over here, heat lamp here, a UVB there, and a UVB here. See the purplish tint? Anyway, they're set up on timers, and they shut off every 12 hours, and that's for the purpose of introducing a day and nighttime schedule. We have a moss rope that's sturdy. It's like a vine, actually, that goes all the way up through there and through the back there. Let me open the door so you can actually see what's going on here. I just added some frog moss to the substrate, and that's what this is. It has to regenerate, and it will turn completely plush green, but that's just the color that it starts out with. Then I've got some moss bark, an actual bark with moss growing on it all the way around, and that's the water fountain. That helps to introduce more moisture or relative humidity. And the way it does that is quite simple. When it splatters, it goes onto the little vines and the leaves of the other plants and the moss. The purpose behind that is to keep it damp and have little droplets of water, because chameleons don't drink from a bowl. Well, you can actually train them to do that, but it takes a little while, and this one is a youth, so she is not ready to start that. She's not ready to drink from a bowl. They actually get their drink from droplets of water. That is the lower bottom half, reading 80 degrees on that shelf thermometer. This one actually showing a 72.9 on the bottom substrate here. They need a hot side and a cool side. This should be the warm side here. There's 91 right there in the back, and it should go up to 100, 110 up in the top. 116, yeah, right there. However, he can go under the plants or the ferns and cool off all the way up in the top if he wants. And let's see what kind of reading we get over there. Right over there it is, whoops, pushed the wrong button. Hard to look through this, and let me do it from under here, okay? 82 right up in the center core of that. 85 and 82, so 80's right in there. And at the very top, let's try that. Let me back in the back. 87 back there up at the top. It's sealed off, and we can move the top so that heat can escape. However, we still are not where we need to be. If you notice, we've got 85 temperature here, and what it should be in the 90s to 100 degrees up in the top half. But if you'll notice on the right side, that's the relative humidity reading, and it says 50%. That's nothing to brag about. It's decent, it's okay, and the only reason that it's maintaining 50% humidity is because I do have this bowl of water in there. Even though he won't drink from it, it does absorb the lights, actually cause it to become a little stuffy and humid, and that helps the humidity level. That's what the fountain does as well. But when it comes down to improving upon that, there are many ways that you can. One way in particular that I am just now going to introduce into the terrarium is this. It's called the Rectifogger. It will actually allow his terrarium to be completely filled with moisture or fog and humidity. Call it what you want. It says right here, it's compact ultrasonic humidifying fogger, and with adjustable fog output control, ready to operate. Includes 1 liter bottle, all necessary fittings. Used with ZoomEd's high growth therm, humidity and temperature control for precise humidity and temp control. I plan on using a timer for that, which is basically the same thing. It will work and do the job that needs to be done. So, going to get right into this, and I've got my jug of distilled water here. Let's get busy, y'all. And I've got it open now. This is the information, the directions that go with it, and I guess this is the motor part. Over here we have the bottle filled. That's a 1 liter bottle. Christmas presents for the grandkids. Don't tell them. Don't tell them. From Papa and Granny, right? Here we go. It opens on the side. Yeah, we go. I am getting so humid just from having the doors open. My hair is starting to sweat. Just wait till this thing gets hooked up and gets going. Let's go ahead and take it out and save a little time for you guys and show you after. Okay, this is what it looks like. You have your maximum, your off button, and minimum to humidify. You just crank it on, and the more you increase it, the more that comes out the hose, this hose. So the hose will go right here. The bottle, a 1 liter bottle, needs more water in it. And I did have a little accident. Don't tell my wife. Anyway, the bottle will slip in right there and tighten up. But first, before I go any farther, I need to cleanse that bottle. They tell you to, or suggest, for best results, of course, to use distilled water because of mineral deposits from hard water. That causes some issues and can accumulate on the transducer plate that's inside there. And when that happens, you're going to shorten the life of the fogger and it won't last as long. So you just screw the valve, this thing right here, as I did, onto the top. After you get it screwed in, then the hose goes on immediately afterwards. And that's all that comes with it right there, that and the hose, of course. And as far as cleaning goes, it just says wash the bottle with a mild soap. A mild soap, dish type soap solution. Rinse it well and dry. So I'm going to be using Dawn dish washing liquid. But the main thing is just making certain that it's completely rinsed clean with no soap residue afterwards, and then dried for best results. Okay, that's just about it, other than the plugging it in phase and going from that, turning it on using the dial I showed you from the unit on the front, adjusting the output of the fog, and turning the dial till you achieve the level you want. And that's just about it. You can actually set this, I believe, to go off and on for a certain amount of minutes per day, I think. I haven't read that far yet, so I will definitely continue studying my homework on the instruction list, okay? And after I figure that out, we will be ready to fog it up, baby. Okay, I've got it sitting on top on a brace, a little piece of cardboard to brace it, just to reinforce the back part of that cage. I've put a little hole right there in the top of that cardboard and in through the silk lining with the Benchmade mini Griptilian. This is my wife's, yeah. And it's a nice blade. It really is 154 cm steel. It's been sharp for a long time, and she uses the fire out of it on arts and crafts. You name it. It's got glue and crap all over it, but she uses it, and that's what it's supposed to be done with, used, and it's still got a sharp edge on it. Amazing. Mini Griptilian by Benchmade. Excellent. For the wife for Christmas. Why don't you guys think about it? Okay, I just took the plastic sleeve off the hose and connected it right here. I ran it through the hole right there. I also ran an electric plug right here. This is a power bar, and if you'll notice, I've set the timer on it, and I am rotating every hour. So every hour it should come on, and we'll see how that does. And run for 2 hours, and then shut off, and do the same in rotation, 24 hours. And we've got the power bar turned on itself. I'm gonna make sure that this is adequately stuck in, and the plug, and it is turned on. You have to have the timers turned on too. Okay, that one should be ready to go, and we will see what we can get here. Turn it on. Okay. Well, let's go around the maximum and see what we get, okay? Oh yeah, look at that. It's starting really good. I'm gonna get back in the hole. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. There we go. And that's on maximum right now. Of course, I won't keep it on max. If you'll notice up at the top part of the terrarium, you can see it starting to come through right there. I'll open the door so you can actually see it better than. I think maybe the light is the light. Yeah, there it is. I thought the light was blocking it. Is that him peeping out over there? Yeah. I think he wanted to see what the hell's going on in my terrarium. Look at him. He come to investigate. Yeah, he'll like that, I think. All right, gotta close the door so it can build up some humidity and give Picasso a little privacy. And that is all it takes to get a good humidity going. And if it's too much humidity, then I will have to adjust the levels accordingly. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Chameleon there are lots of fun. Chameleons are, and they're beautiful too. Great pets. The Reptifogger, just thought you'd like to see it from Zoom Ed, and it's an awesome humidifier for your reptiles. Take care, guys and gals. Have a great weekend and a fantastic holiday. Peace. Hi, everybody. I wanted to sort of have some downtime to allow the Reptifogger or Reptifogger, or however you say it, the reptile fogging machine. I wanted to, let it go for a while and then come and check on it to see how well it's doing. That way I'll know for certain if I like it. We've been having 30 and 40% humidity levels until I got the moss in and the water fountain And after I did that, the humidity then came up to 45 and 50%. So I let the Rectifogger go for a period of about 10 minutes. That's all, 10 minutes. And I want you guys just to see what it looks like, okay? Here we go. Can you see? Now, the light's sort of glaring, isn't it? I think you can see. That's all completely fogged over. Yeah, you can't even see inside now. Let me just open this shortly to see what it reads in the back. Oh yeah, you can see it now. Look at that. It's all coming out. Okay, wow. 80% humidity. I love it. Man, 80%. That's awesome. That's the first time that he has had 80% humidity ever. Since we've owned him, at least. Man, that thing is really doing some kicking. Now I'm just sort of concerned about the bulb situation. I may need to resurface those and exit the cage, the terrarium, rather. But we'll see. It is what it is. Take it as it comes along and just work with it. That's all you can do. Thank you guys again. Merry Christmas, season's greetings. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Yule to each and every one of you. Blessed be, and peace.